Wow, it's great to see everybody here, and I want to welcome all of you. Welcome all of you here on behalf of Restore Justice, on behalf of the California Medical Facility, and the California District Attorney's Office, San Joaquin County DAs.
We are an organization founded on the principles of restorative justice.
In Restore Justice, it's really amazing to see what can happen at these symposiums.
And I think that's what's going to happen today. You're going to get some proximity to some stuff that you're not used to seeing. You're going to change false dichotomies of us versus them. You're going to have a lot of conversations and really see the humanity in everyone. And I hope that you all have an impactful day, have some healing, get some understanding, and just have some great conversations.
Welcome to day one of the Restore Justice Symposium. Today is about talking, just talking, and sharing. People having meaningful conversation, speaking honestly and openly and wanting to be heard and understood. Today is about people trying to make sense of their lives. People looking back and asking, how did I come to be here? Looking at themselves from the past with today's eyes and admitting they understand who they were. I'm not happy about things, but I understand them. Now people say, I want to share what I know. Let people hear, let people listen.
The reality is our society is changing, our criminal justice system is changing, and we need to take a different approach. We found that, young men, especially youthful offenders, they can turn their lives around. They can be rehabilitated with the right mix of supports. And that's really what restorative justice is all about.
We have to start looking at how we can adapt. And we have to start considering that people can change and people can rehabilitate.
The beauty of restorative justice with regards to a district attorney's office is it not only works and meets the needs of the offenders, but it also is greatly geared toward the needs and the desires and the mental health of the survivors.
Sitting in the circles in this symposium shows each and every individual is connected as a community, whether on an offender side or as a survivor. You see the connections that we can make, and it's amazing to be able to see a connection between two people that were on opposite sides of crime.
And so if the victims are on board with this, and it is helping them heal and making them feel like there is good and there can be good that comes out of this, then as DAs and government officials, we need to be on board with that. And that will then benefit the criminal justice system as a whole. You men in here that are residents, you are doing amazing work with the people that you're working with and the other people that are not in this room, because you are role models. You are setting the example of what can be done.
It's great to be at a symposium where we're bringing together our survivors from our own San Joaquin County and exchanging ideas, exchanging information with the people inside, the men inside who've committed crimes.
I've witnessed men in restorative justice circles show real remorse, take responsibility for their crimes. And I've also been able to offer forgiveness and compassion in exchange.
They're being paroled now because of changes in the law. And we as prosecutors, we have an interest in supporting them when they're released, making sure that they've gone through the right programs, making sure that they've accepted responsibility, they're ready to move forward and contribute to society.
To put things like this together usually don't happen in a lot of prisons, but here we want it to happen. We want people to come in. We want people to interact with our inmates, because today's inmate is tomorrow's neighbor, and that's what we firmly believe.
I'm hoping that these last 2 days were an opportunity for everybody to see that restorative justice and restorative practices give us the opportunity to respond to all the needs that people have after harm happens.
There's a lot that we've learned about each other, the harms, the continuity between crime and victimization.
I didn't know how to explain to others, unless they were here, what I had experienced. And that should be a challenge. This is hard. The work that is happening here is hard. Hard doesn't mean impossible.
And I have not found a program yet that better and I think more effective than restorative transformative justice.
One thing I'd like to see is us starting to get the other guys who need this type of program. And things like this are huge. I talked to a lot of the inmates after the first one, and they said, when is it coming back? When can we do this again? Thank you to the inmates for participating. Thank you to the staff. Thank you to the volunteers who are volunteering their time to come in and spending your time, and hopefully it is impactful it is for these inmates and the staff. So once again, thank you, and I really do appreciate you guys coming out.